Welcome back to the monthly MEW night with myself and, of course, the Oracle. Good evening, Oracle. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm a bit like, today. I'm ready for the stream, but I feel quite relaxed. I suppose it'd be a good thing. Relaxed, ready for the stream. Doing all right.
I am full of the Christmas spirit in April. We have a big show tonight to talk about MEW, and we're going to talk about cat memes. We're going to talk about Revolut. We're going to talk about Solana Crossroads, which MEW was at, and because we're streaming on Binance, MEW this month was added to Binance Alpha. What does that mean for the price of the token? What does that mean for MEW in general? Are we finally going to see a full Binance listing? Because when we see that, there will be no looking back on price. There'll be no looking back for MEW. And if that happens this year, before the end of the bull run, then my target for MEW, which hasn't changed by the way, will be at complete odds with what the Oracle says that we're going to hit when we see his charts later on. So you're likely to see a little bit of a cat fight in the office. Okay. Now,
I'm ready for it. I wasn't ready for it, but I'm ready now.
He's ready now. Did I fill in the time?
No, it was for the cat fight.
Oh, for the cat fight. What about the menu?
Oh, yeah, I was going to do it in a moment.
If you are in chat, say hello. The legendary, now I'm going to call it legendary, the now legendary quiz. You know the quiz?
Well, we'll leave it to a vote because, some people might not want to do the quiz because obviously we can't promise.
We're going to do the quiz. Now, it's not what we're going to do with the quiz, it's whether the quiz is going to work this time.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, in Back to the Future, where he's got his DeLorean and he's got to hit 76.4 kilometers an hour to get through. He leaves. We're there, okay? It's held together with duct tape, a little bit of sellotape, and we stole one of Tariq's magazines to wrap it up in. So it might work, it might not work. But before we begin, Oracle, the question is, how much are we giving away on the quiz tonight?
This is a good question. Obviously, that's what everyone wants to know.
That's what everyone wants to know.
I think it's something which is really important for everyone to know, especially me, because I don't actually know. I don't know. I don't know. How much are we giving away today?
We're going to give away, the first prize will be about $15 or $20 worth of MEW, depending on what happens with Donald Trump. It could be $15 today. It could be $25 tomorrow. It could be $5 tomorrow. We're going to give away a bag of MEW to the winner, which will be 3 times more than the bag of MEW we give to second and third place. Yeah. And if everybody is super bullish during the show, we're also going to give away a Monkey Muscle NFT, because that's what we like to do. We have a bag of Monkey Muscle NFTs. The floor price on them is, I think, is about 80 or 90 crow. So they're holding up quite well. We've still got a few to give away. So there will be 3 MEW prizes and a Monkey Muscle prize. And it's either going to be through the magic of live interactive quizzing,
hopefully, or we'll do a wheel spin.
Obviously,
because it's the thing, obviously, if you've been playing the game, it works. It's just an occasion where it doesn't pick up on some answers. So obviously, this would be a vote. Do you want to try the interaction with the game, or do you want to do wheel spin? I'm happy with either. I'm sure Mike is also happy.
We're going to do the quiz.
Well,
we're going to do the quiz. We've got to iron out all the bugs. Okay, a little bit like a cat has to spit up that fur ball.
Right.
Your quiz has to be tested in a live and dangerous environment, because I think Kabir is in chat and Tariq is in chat. And if Mary's here, Mary's obviously going to get one of the 3 prizes anyway, because that's what happens. Exactly. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get on with the show. I've now given the Oracle enough time
the sidebar's there, it's fine.
to give everything a setup. So do you want to start us off with some X-Files about MEW? And what I will do, I will...
Oh, I forgot what extra thing. Just tell him about something else. I just need to copy-paste something.
You can't get the staff. You can't get the staff. You can't. It's impossible. I've tried. I can't. Right. Are we live? We are live, and there are a few people in chat.
Yes, let's everyone. Yeah, copy paste. One of the.
Kabir is here. Mags is here. Tariq is here. Don't get your hopes up. Danny and Mary will be to win for sure. It is, yes, Kabir, yes. Bring the quiz on. You see, Kabir wants the quiz.
Brilliant, then we'll do the quiz.
Mags wants the quiz. Everybody wants the quiz. I think everybody that's in chat tonight, I think every one of them has at some point won. I know Kabir, Tariq, Mags has won. I think Hidden Agenda's won last time.
Yes.
So there's plenty of winners.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready. The soundboard's ready.
Perfect. Now then, if that is the case, I will sit back now because I've done all of my work.
You've done all you need to do.
I've done all my work. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the show.
All right. Well, let's go. So, first X-File we have. How life feels leaving the function early to scroll memes all night. So this is a bit of engagement farming, there's a little, as with most projects do, they do these little like empty tweets, which is just there for a bit of engagement, a bit of enjoyment there.
But I do like the animation.
I do like the animation.
Animation's good.
Obviously different from other projects where they kind of just put their random photo, AI generated photo. Yep. These guys actually have some artists behind them. We have been over, obviously we've been here on some other streams. You have seen. Obviously, we'll go over it again, obviously, but going over some specifics on obviously their games which have potential to come out and whatnot, and their arts. They actually very dive very deep on trying to get a good art team and whatnot. I believe they were doing comics at one point, or I don't know if they're planning to do comics. I'm not too sure.
They are going to do a comic TV series.
Right, exactly. So they're really obviously focusing on the art area, which you don't really see a lot of in crypto, especially for these community tokens. So really good to see their art. So really happy about their art.
And we are asking the most important question in chat.
What is the most important?
Cats or dogs? Actually, no. The second most important question to ask is: 1 gorilla or 100 men?
Yes.
Which would win? In chat, just type gorilla or men. I know what I would go for, and it's big, and it's furry, and it's aggressive, and that is not Piers Morgan. It is, in fact, the gorilla. I believe the gorilla would level 100 men. Absolutely level them.
I don't think people are going to be able to touch that gorilla.
No.
Because, think about the utmost strength. Okay, let's take it down a notch. Think about, those little monkeys. I don't know what they're called. There's different. They're probably chimp. It's probably a chimpanzee. There's different, obviously classifications. They're obviously you've seen the ones where they have no hair, they lost all their hair. You can see how strong they are. We've literally eaten some apples and stuff like that. And also the amount of strength they have. Obviously, I know ants are the strongest comparison to their body weight, but I'm pretty sure chimps. I don't know about silverbacks, but I know they're in the same field of ape and whatnot. I'm pretty sure the strength versus body weight comparison for chimps, at least as I know of, is very the disparity is quite high. So I think they're very strong in comparison to what they look like. So if that matches up to the gorilla, which is massive, you're not going to touch it. And even if you do touch it, what are you going to do? They have thick fur. It's over. It's over. We evolved, we grew as humans by not killing everything, by learning to the fact that we couldn't kill everything.
Yeah.
And just killing what we could and staying out of the way of the other things.
Exactly. So, I think we'd get severely battered.
Yeah, and this is a good point, Tariq, as well. Do we have weapons or is it hand to hand? I think obviously one of humans is his biggest strengths is their brain, obviously, and their communication skills. And
the best answer I've seen for humans managing to defeat a gorilla is this. I'm going to be very careful with my words because obviously we are streaming on different platforms. But once the first human has ceased to be, you would break the human up and use their femur bones and other bones to potentially blind the gorilla.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think the eyes are definitely something you have to focus on. Sorry, actually, you finish yours.
I think you sacrifice Tariq for the good
Okay.
of the Crypto Warehouse family. So what we would do is we would throw Tariq to the gorilla as a kind of offering to the god. The gorilla would then, sunder Tariq, and then we would then use Tariq to bring down the gorilla. That would be my plan.
Yeah,
I don't know whether Tariq would be up for that. However,
no.
I don't believe he would be.
No.
But that's what I would go for. That's the best answer I've seen.
I think I don't really know if I've seen any people think about this. What would the effect be if all 100 men? Because a lot of people have been talking about 100 men versus gorilla.
Yeah.
A lot have been like, talking about it in the sense that it's one man after the other, which I don't think is the right strategy. How much of a success chance do you think there is if 100 men all jumped on the monkey at the same time? Because I'm sure he could swing its arm and hit 7 of them over. But 100 people jumping on the grill at the same time
Wouldn't
in a
happen.
circle. I think that has a decent chance.
You wouldn't get 100 people to do that.
No.
We
but
can't
yeah,
get 100 people. We can't get 100 people to vote on a poll.
That's true.
We're not going to get 100 people to go after a gorilla. Anyway, enough of the gorilla. The question in chat is cat or dog. And 67% have said cats. I'm a dog person.
I'm a dog person, even though we are coming to the cat
person.
thing. And,
Dog person.
we can't lie. We never lie to you guys. That's why we're
I like
blunt.
dogs.
I like dogs. Yeah.
But I do like cat memes.
Yeah. I do
Right,
like
should we move on?
Yes.
We've done the gorilla thing. We've brought down the gorilla, I think, quite easily there.
Yeah, we've all jumped on him.
Well, no, we've sacrificed Tariq.
Also, yeah,
That was the sacrifice.
we have another little meme, little engagement farm here. Tries to sleep. There's a typical meme here. Tries to sleep. Brain, stop. All these questions. Is the stove on? Where'd I leave my wallet? I should text my friend back. Is Rat mad at me? Now this might be some lore I'm not tapped in on, but is Rat mad at me? He's got a rat friend, isn't he?
Yes, he does.
That probably is the lore. There you go.
Yes, that's his. That's his. Binance sweats that he gets at night. Try to work out if his longs and shorts are in order.
Well, a nice again. The only thing I can really comment on as something I want to focus on is their artwork. It is truly beautiful.
It is. Kabir has a response in answer to the question. Once the gorilla takes out one man, the 99 will run away.
Exactly. In a realistic scenario, 100%. Like as soon as one or two people are dead, and you see not to be gory on YouTube, but the Lego heads get taken off from the little clips on the little Lego man. As soon as two people, they see different parts of the Lego man all over the place, it's over.
But the big problem is, Kabir, you're in a padded room with the gorilla. You can't run away. There's nowhere to run. You're in a room with the gorilla. It's not an open space. It's not by the sea.
Even then, is a gorilla going to outrun the gorilla?
Not in a padded room.
Pretty fast.
He does, but he can't run in 99 directions, though, can he?
No, yeah, I know, but if you focus on it.
That's true.
Anyway, last tweet we have here, a little bit of swag, which we haven't really received any of yet.
I would
really
love
strange.
some swag to give away on the channel, some new swag to give away on the channel.
Yeah, I like three. One we can give away, and then obviously
one for Tariq.
One for us two.
One for Tariq, one to give away to Mary, because Mary's going to win. Actually, no, think about it. Mary would get one. Tariq would get one as like a peace offering for us sacrificing him to the gorilla. And then...
you might be gone, but we'll give your family a Mew cat.
Yeah, exactly. But no, the swag is really good. They've got
Cool. I
bags.
really like... I think as a community token, you can only do so much. Again, meme coin and community token, I think a lot of them, I think as the environment progresses in crypto, I think the definition should change. Again, the dictionary and things like that, words get added and removed all the time. Societies evolve and change the way. And I think that has to happen in crypto. And I do think the specification of what a meme coin is, a crap coin, a meme coin, a community coin, what I'm referring to here as well, is I think, I think we need to start referring to a lot more coins as community tokens. But anyway, that's not the point.
Well, funnily enough, what day was it? On Tuesday, we looked at Bonk, didn't we? We looked at Bonk's website and we spoke about the fact that Bonk has 400 integrations. In fact, we're going to mention Bonk a little bit later when we talk about Revolut. But Bonk is the community coin. And I think Packer said in one of the chats that he prefers Pepe. Again, Pepe is a good coin. But MEW is a different angle. MEW is a tactile community project. They're out there. You can go to Solana Crossroads, you can go to some of the other crypto events, you can meet the MEW gang.
Exactly, and they're always trying to get involved with the community on a personal level, which is good. And I think, again, what kind of community token do in its life? It can run events, it can obviously create content. And I think, again, once a coin has functionality outside of just holding it to be part of a community, then it then becomes a real asset in that rate. But I think in this case where it creates, it's just something to hold as a representation of the community's value, creating, obviously merch, doing events, doing content outside of physical stuff, like obviously the cartoons. I think they really do maximize on this aspect, which is the only real aspect they can do. So I really am happy with MEW in terms of, you don't really see anyone doing this. Again, there is merch of different crypto, projects and coins, but I think they do it the best. They have such a wide span of different things to do, and obviously their events at crypto conferences are really something to behold, whatever you want to say. So I really do like their merch. I wish we could get some, obviously.
So do I. Right, should we look at their website?
Yes.
Is the website up next? Now, this was a surprise to me. Their website has been updated.
It's really nice.
It is. Now, I looked at this a couple of weeks ago and it hadn't been updated. And they didn't tell anybody that the website had gone live. So what the Oracle is going to show you now is truly life-changing. You go to the website, you can't move because it has to play the cinematograph. I mean, look at that. Bang.
It's frozen, but it's back now.
Oh, bang. Look at that.
Really nice colours. I like
Dogs.
the bleed, the strength of the colours. I do really like the fonts and the style, because again, like, this reminds me of the Impossible Quiz.
The what?
This is an OG internet thing. I don't know if you guys have. Is this? I haven't been on it in a while. Hopefully,
the Impossible Quiz.
Yeah, this used to be the thing to play back in. I don't know how old I was. This was years ago. I don't know if you've seen this. Do you remember this one?
I don't know it.
Look, it reminds me of this sort of like
very much so,
really OG type of feeling to it.
I like.
Obviously, it's a lot more polished, but I think you don't see communities doing this.
Nope.
You really don't see websites being updated like this, and this scrolling animation. I think it's called parallax or something like that.
Parallax scrolling.
Parallax scrolling with this kind of immersion. And I like how big everything is, because a lot of projects, they have a bunch of little divs and little modals on the screen which have the words on. But this, like this, the total supply, it covers the entire screen. Yeah. It's really aggressive and artsy.
And you may want to know what the total supply of MEW is for the quiz. Maybe you need to know.
Maybe. I don't know, though.
Is it 88 billion?
88 billion. Yeah.
88 billion.
We can round it up there. But
we could round it up. Possibly.
The MEW app. If we work together, we can. We get his phone out of the way. We can finally escape the world.
Their world.
Their
we
world.
can finally escape their world because they're in the dog's cat in a dog's world.
Yeah.
You see?
So watch, play, learn, and earn. The MEW app will be a one-stop shop for all things cat and dog.
App. They are launching an app on your mobile.
I really do like this spray paint. I know one of the big things is kind of this like, not vigilante, but it's kind of like this going against the grain type of thing. Yeah. It's kind of like a World War II type of thing going on here with the. I'm not going to say any more words here because it's a bit racy on YouTube, but with the idea that it's kind of going against the grain of the dogs with the spray paint and whatnot and vandalism. Not vandalism, but I do like I really like this font they've chosen, because again, you can look, if I highlight it, you can see it's a font because each letter gets highlighted. So they've really gone out of their way to create something different here, which you don't see a lot of. It could have just been a little PNG they made, but they've actually made their own little font here with all these nice animations. So again, really am liking this.
It's lovely. I like the website. Right, let's get a move on because we need to get to your quiz.
We do.
Right, what's next is the... it's not Revolut yet, that is it?
No, it's Binance.
Binance Alpha, okay. So this
Who's that on the screen?
Where?
On the screen. You'll see it in a minute.
Oh. Could it be me?
I recognise the face.
I don't recognise any face. I deny all knowledge of it being me. How far behind the stream are we? There we are. Look at me with that lovely beard. I look like that bloke off The Witcher. One with the bald head and the long grey beard.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Witcher. You do not like Witcher.
So basically, I make content on Binance Square as well as Binance Live, and I put little videos up on Binance Square about MEW, about meme coins, about our live shows. We do all of this kind of stuff. Some of them get 3,000 or 4,000 views, others get 10,000 views. We do the same kind of thing over on CoinMarketCap. We put videos, don't put videos, but articles up about MEW over there as well. So make sure to follow us over there. But basically, this was the announcement that Binance Alpha, at the beginning of April, I think it might have been the 2nd or the 3rd of April. What does it say on the date on that?
12th.
Okay.
On the video or?
On the video. What was that published date?
It was published at 12th of April.
Right. So I think this happened about a week after we went live. Now, we've been telling you for We've been making these MEW nights for about 6 or 7 months, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 8 or 9 months. And the goal of MEW is to be listed, fully listed on Binance. That's the goal. Now, it's a little bit like the ETFs we talked about. You need a futures ETF and you need to wait maybe about 6 months for you to get fully listed. Well, when you're a proper coin, and there's a lot of proper coins out there, for example, Syrup that we talk about, that are not listed on Binance, but are listed on other exchanges, like the Blue American one, you have to go through a process. And one of the processes that you go through is going via the Binance Alpha angle, where you get listed on the Web3 app, which is available in your app. So we can now technically send you your MEW that you win tonight on Binance, which we couldn't do in March. We had to send it to your Phantom wallet or your Soulflare wallet. So this is quite big news. Now the next step after Binance Alpha is the full Binance listing. And that's what I said at the start of the show. The price of MEW is going to change once it gets full Binance listing. And like I said, what I've been saying to you guys, I know we've had the dips. I know the market has come down since January. We know all of these things, but MEW's held its own. And I think once we get the Binance full listing, then it's going to go up in value. Of course, we have to wait for that, and we can't guarantee that that's ever going to happen. But the more we talk about MEW, the more we talk about it on Binance Square, the more that we send you on Binance Alpha, the better it is for MEW. So that's another reason why it's massively bullish. It's like the pre-launch of MEW on Binance. So it's massively important.
Yep.
Right then. Should we move on?
Cat memes.
Cat memes.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The fun part. Because this stream's about, it's one of these, with covering community coins, it's the fun. The fun's where we're at here.
We look like we're in photo booths tonight.
Let's say, do we?
Yeah.
You know what? The light's nice.
Yeah.
Red background.
Red background. We look like we're in one of those like Blackpool pleasure beaches where we wear silly hats.
And
with our pictures taken.
Anyway, let's move on. So this it's a bit cut off from the stream, but whatever. Top cat themed tokens by market capitalization. So these are all the top cat. I just said it, obviously top cat themes. Community tokens.
What's MEW about 4th or 5th?
Well, it's jumped up a tiny bit.
Has it?
It is second.
Second. So it's the second biggest cat meme coin.
Yep, chasing behind PopCat.
PopCat recently had a pump as well, didn't it?
Yeah, only 16 million market cap ahead of Mogcoin. But again, apart from that, Toshi, Simon Cat, Keyboard Cat, all these other ones, they're in the dust.
In the dust.
Really, the top ones are Toshi, MEW, and PopCat, realistically. And
see, when we've been talking about these cat memes on these little shorts and stuff that we do, I think I picked Brett, PopCat, and MEW. I think they were my 3. Now, Brett clearly isn't a cat, but PopCat, I would say, is on a par with MEW in terms of the user base and the volume. What's the difference in market cap between PopCat? Quite a lot.
I would say it's roughly about 100 mil.
Right.
To be exact, it's about 112, I think that is.
So what's that? About 360 million MEWs, what, 252?
247 market cap. It's obviously fluctuating, but within the area of 250 million market cap.
250 million.
That seems like a really important number.
That's a really important number.
But anyway. Yeah.
Don't know why you would need to know that.
There's a quiz later.
So anyway, there is a quiz later on, and you might need to know this information. So, again, one of the other things, and the reason I'm going to talk about Revolut, and it's so important, is, and I've said this again, I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but the same things have to be driven home to everybody. When the bull run comes, and I don't mean alt season where everybody's bags just go to the moon. I mean when we get some retail back in the room with us. Because at the minute, it's one of those things. Is retail in the room with us right now? No, it isn't. Okay, it's not back. But when we get retail back, they're going to have a Robinhood app. They're going to have a Revolut app. They're going to have a what's the other one called? I can never remember the name of eToro app. Then they might have Binance, and then they might have one of the other exchanges. Okay, they are going to look at Binance. Sorry, they're going to look at Bitcoin. They're going to look at Ethereum, Solana, the usual ones. Then they're going to want to buy some meme coins. Now, it's so important that Mew and Bonk and a few others are listed on the likes of Revolut. Because when somebody comes back with $1,000, they're going to go, I want Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then they're going to go and buy some meme coins.
Oh, little cat. Oh,
little cat. And the cat people in the world, what are the cat people going to do? They're going to go and buy Mew. What are the dog people in the world going to do? They're going to go and buy Bonk. And as most of you have said that you're cat people in chat, I would expect you to go and buy...
Any hamsters?
Mew. No hamsters.
Is that, I suppose a hamster coin, like a decent... Is it not a decent...
No. Anything that's got the word... We did a video on hamster coin. It was like a layer 2 or... What was it? It was a layer 2 that was supposed to run as its own unique, like, play-to-earn blockchain, right?
Yeah.
And the team, I don't know how much money it made. It made more money than people expected. And it did a free airdrop, a hamster coin airdrop. And then like 16 people copied it. And then it just all got rugged. The entire thing got rugged. We made a video about hamster.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm trying to think about other not inclusive.
Snakes.
But yeah, I guess.
Would you ever rather have a
rabbits?
pet? I mean, you don't want to wake up in the morning and find that your pet snake has eaten half your leg up to your knee, do you?
No.
No, exactly.
What
So you don't
about
want a
rabbit?
snake. You don't want a rabbit. You eat rabbits.
Yeah, but people have
You don't
rabbits
want
as pets.
You don't want a pet rabbit. You want to eat the rabbit. You want a cat or a dog, don't you? Or maybe a llama. A llama would make a good pet, I think. Or a goat. About a goat.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'd always have the urge, though, to eat a goat. That's the problem. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's the best part about having a goat as a pet. Is like you can appreciate why it's alive and appreciate why it's dead.
Need to read the chat.
Yeah.
Let's see who's here.
Yeah.
Mary is in chat. You might as well all leave, and we'll just send.
Might as well leave later on.
We might as well just send the Mew to Mary. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Danny. Welcome to the show. We are still talking about whether we would eat our pets. If you've just joined us, I wouldn't eat a cat or a dog, certainly not. But I would eat a rabbit. I would eat a goat. I'd eat a llama. A push came to shove. In a zombie apocalypse,
I'd eat anything.
Everything's getting eaten. Either gorilla. You wouldn't need 100 men to take out a gorilla in a zombie apocalypse. I would single-handedly bring down that gorilla.
Right, if you're hungry enough, yeah.
I'd eat it. I'd start eating it while it was alive. Anyway,
MEW Crossroads.
That's a Rumble conversation.
Oh, right. Yeah. Should we do that? Actually, we've got a tempered audience here of people. I think we should ask. Should we do a Rumble and we can do more conversational?
I think
streams.
If we did a Rumble, I think most people would never talk to me again.
Yeah.
I think that's what would happen.
I think we go into detail about talking about all these ideas, not ideas, but thoughts. Yeah, makes it sound psycho.
Should we talk about Solana Crossroads? So Solana Crossroads happened. Is it happening now?
Well,
as
day
we
one,
speak,
and it was released April 25th, which was 5 days ago. So,
okay. So
if it's 7 days, then yeah, it probably is still going on. But I don't know.
It's not. It's over. It's a 2-day event.
Oh, well, it's over, then, isn't it?
It's over because now everyone that was at Solana Crossroads has now gone to the next one, which is in Dubai, and then they're going to go from Dubai to, is it Texas or somewhere, Dallas or somewhere?
I don't know.
There's basically a group of internet coals, crypto coals, that do nothing other than going around these conferences. That's all they ever do. That's why we're not there, because we don't follow the crowd. Isn't that right?
Oh, because we're different.
We're different.
We're special.
We're special. We sit here because we like to talk about
not because we don't want to. Not because we have to, because we want to.
I mean, I have tried to kick him out of the house and put him on a plane, but he keeps coming back, haven't you? I keep trying to send you.
Came right back.
Send him to Poland. The Poles sent him back. Okay, that's the problem. But Solana Crossroads happened. It's a massive event. The big takeaway from Solana Crossroads for me was the news about the Solana ETF, which we kind of knew anyway, but we had a lot of very famous people there talking about Solana ETFs. And of course, Mew had a stand. Is there a video to play?
Yeah, I was playing
it.
It's okay. I paused it now though. But it's been played. I think there's another thing to look at. This might be day 2 or something, if I can assume.
Yeah. You know what the problem is with my keyboard? Yeah. My light is shining in my eyes, and I can't see the keyboard.
I spilled a drink on my keyboard, and my spacebar is now sticky, so that's my problem with my keyboard.
Right, I've tried to type evening, and I've actually written something in German. I don't know. I hope that's not too offensive. Whatever I've written. Right, so
bags.
Slider
Why can't
Crossroads.
we get any of this? Surely they've got some leftovers. Guys,
will.
Mew,
They
what are you
will.
doing? Wake up.
They will. Right, let's move on. We've got. We don't have a lot of time. We've got an hour to get through this, and the quiz is coming up. Should we do the Revolut bit, because that's the important bit for me?
Okay.
I think this is quite important to go through. Take glasses off now. Now, this should be a link to the Revolut app, I think. Is it not?
Oh, yeah.
Does it work?
Just a quick security check. Oh, perfect.
Are you in?
Introducing Mew, a cat in a dog's world.
Yes. Now, we covered this
Yeah.
in January or February, I think. And we broke the news that Mew was going to be listed on
You heard it here
Revolut.
first. We were the first to say it.
We were one of the first. Now,
One of the first.
we were the first people on Binance Live.
First people from England in our time zone to say it.
The first people on the Crypto Warehouse YouTube channel to break this news. And the news is, of course, getting listed on Revolut. Why is it important? Revolut have got millions of members. They are a unicorn based in the UK. They have, I don't know how many, is it mentioned there, 3 or 6 million users. And up until this point, they'd listed Bonk. Bonk were the first, and that was the big breakthrough. I told you all at the time, this is absolutely massive news. And now they have a couple more, and they have Mew. And this, it's like, do you remember when Binance used to do those short 3-minute videos? You watch the video, you answer some questions, you get given some free crypto. Well, this is the same thing for Mew. You sign up to Revolut, you go through these quizzes, you get the answers right. That's why you watch us, because we're here to give you free money. And you go through this, and you'll get some free Mew. And you get a Revolut account. So get a Revolut account. There's no affiliate link. We don't really care. Just get a free Revolut account. Go through this, and you'll get Mew in your Revolut account, and that'll be yours. I don't know how much you get. Is it $3 or $5 or something like that?
I don't know.
But it's a good time to get it now, because, of course, if Mew goes to where I think it's going to go in the bull run, it's going to be more than $3 or $5. You might get $30, $40, $50 out of it. So it's worth doing it now. And again, there's no affiliate link. I'm not trying to peddle Revolut. I have Revolut myself. It's just basically like any other banking app. It takes 5 minutes to install, and that's it. I've got an advert playing. Great.
Brilliant.
Is there anything else on there that you want to go through that I might have missed?
Yeah. Meet. It's just like it's just instruction to me. It's not something we haven't already heard before, really.
Yeah.
It's just like how to get involved with it, how to buy it, and then who they are.
Which is fair enough. I'm just making sure we don't run out of time for your quiz, because your quiz, it takes like forever.
Yeah.
So what time is it? 7.
It's 7:34.
And what are we on to next?
My chart.
Even better. Right. So are you going to turn me off for this bit?
I can do, yeah.
Perfect. So you're going to do the long-term price action of Mew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the price action. I think that's you're allowed to not like the price action, and I don't like it. I think it's wishy-washy. It's all over the place. It's just like, but that's with most things, which are because again, Bitcoin and all the big coins are like prime examples of how a nice moving coin shouldn't have all this like consolidation and like again, like I said, wishy-washy kind of movement. Yeah. But again, I can't compare that to every coin, because again, it's not a thing. But anyway, here's the chart. I'll be really quick over this. This is kind of more of a general.
No, you don't need to be quick.
I'll take my time over this.
No, the reason we got here was so you would have time. I'm always rushing you.
So should we do? Shall I go 10 minutes?
10 minutes, plenty of time. Yeah, 10 minutes.
I've got plenty of time.
And I can watch you do your TA. You see.
Yeah. Well, I'll do the daily. I could probably nosy onto like the 4 hour and like the 1 hour, just see some shorter term. But this line here is a longer term thing. You know what? I should probably draw some of these rays here, just so you can actually see some prices of where. And again, these are kind of rough estimates, because none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just see what sort of. Let me hide this. Okay, yeah, so here's some lines, here's some prices. So basically, this is one of the general movements you can have in a market, and in this kind of ideology of the ranges I've got. It's just it's more of a general guidance for what price action could be on the longer term. Again, I'm not doing too much price action on this because, again, the only real price action we have of these prices is historical ones. Yeah, we do have some gaps here and some other things, but it's not really anything you can really attribute movement to. But looking at the price action, we can see we kind of have this near double bottom here, which could show signs to start bringing us upwards back towards some nice prices. And again, obviously, as the months go on and we get to some positions in the market where things are going to be a bit more positive, hopefully soon. So this kind of should show signs that we're going to be a bit more positive in the market. But anyway, the movement gives us these prices. So the first movement of this list is this movement towards this BR level, which is about 3483 to 3807. Normally towards the lower end of things, I kind of put in the middle. Now, if you were to trade this, and again, this is not financial advice, it would be the retracement, as with most movements. And again, this isn't some magical movement out of nowhere. This is kind of just a trend movement. You can see, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's just normal movement in the market.
Yeah.
The current price of where you could probably enter a nice trade would be, I would say, around 3169. So this is, a good area for a retracement. Again, I wouldn't wait too long for these because, most of the time when I look at this to see if there's any trades, it's something which doesn't really, dive deep into, free, for example, in this case, 003. It's not something which spends a bunch of time in these areas. It's normally a wick or something. So
yeah,
again, it's just safer to do it on the lower limits of everything. So about 3154 would be a probably good entry, and I would probably wait for this to ride up to here. And again, this is on the daily. This is a long-term price action thing, and this could be a lenient stop loss if you want. You could do it to below this low point if we're breaking down. Obviously, you could do it even lower if you want. If you're lenient, you want a 2 risk reward, which is decent. That gives you enough area to stay above this extension line, which then obviously once you're kind of below this and continuing downwards, it then is completely out of play for this movement. But seeing this kind of movement, you can see we have nice structure breaking up into this area between 2689 ish to this high back towards about 54.
And when you're talking about these numbers,
yeah,
what percentage moves are these? Because we've got time to talk about this.
Okay.
And one of the things that when I listen is you mention these numbers, but what in terms of percentage, what's the move up? What's the move down? What's the move up in percentage?
The percentage move up, again, this is on a daily. This is going to take a few weeks maybe to happen. It would be about 29, about 30% up. And again, for this trade, because I'm not doing this current. I'll just cut my light. A lot of time when you guys watch me do TA and look at charts and where I think it can go, it's normally solely based on price action. It does involve the high, the low equilibrium. It does involve these ranges, but it normally is solely based on price action. So it is a bit more to the point. But this is a bit different today because this is more of a theoretical move, which is a structure which, if it takes place, will give this trade. Right. And I think it will. I think this will happen because of this movement we've had with this higher low here, and I think we are starting to break. We've broken above some of these highs with this wick. All these highs, all these lower highs, have all been wicked above. We've had a higher low, and we have printed through at least this high. So we have started to change our market kind of sentiment, or whatever, market structure shift, if you will. This is a change in flow where we should now be going towards the upside.
And do you think this change is a result of, if you look at your chart now and you go back to the beginning of April, you'll see that second move up, that's that higher low there, that coincides with that Binance Alpha listing.
Right.
So is this now a change in direction, like the sentiment? Is the sentiment now kind of up and to the right a little bit more than it was?
Yes. So one of the basic ways, and again, this is again opinion or whatever, but a lot of, whether you're if you're someone who looks at ICT, which is a guy who kind of made a ideology of charts, or you look at anything, one of the more basic things you can look at is market structure and when it changes. So one of the ways you look at that is higher lows or lower highs. So you know what? Since we've got time, I can talk about it. Actually,
we've got loads of time.
We've got plenty of time. I'll do a little drawing. So let's say we've got an uptrend like this. We've got, our higher highs or higher lows, higher highs, doing our thing. How do we know this changes? And again, this kind of also sits on the back of, this can sit on the back of a head and shoulders. So the head and shoulders, and maybe also a double bottom, maybe not so much a double bottom because it's kind of, not exactly market structure so much. But it is basically this idea that, okay, in a normal trend, we have a high point and then we change. Why do we change? What causes this to change? Well, the general idea is this is called market structure shift. One of the things you can call it is when you print below a low. So you kind of print through a low. So in a normal trend, again, what defines an uptrend? High highs, high lows. So then, therefore, what defines you getting out of that kind of pattern? Well, it's then you printing a lower low. Not so much a lower high, because that doesn't necessarily mean you've gotten out of the uptrend or the downtrend if you flip it. It is solely, if you're on an uptrend, it is based on the lows. If you're on a downtrend, it's based on the highs. So if you have a higher high, so let's say we delete that and we just look at this. If you then therefore have this high and then have a low like this, again, basically an inverse head and shoulders. A lot of the market structure, if you obfuscate it and kind of look at it on either higher time frames or apply a head and shoulders to it, which might not fit too well, it majoritively coincides with the movement, because that's how the market moves, is with these changes in flow, which is this market structure shift, which is this print. So then you're looking for a retracement. Once you have this movement where you've done a higher high, you're then looking for a retracement, and then you can enter for the uptrend.
So you basically need the confirmation to move back in.
Exactly. So this is what we have. So if we now apply what we've just looked at to where we are, we can see we had this really nice clear-cut downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. This was our low down here, and then you can start to see where it was starting to arc upwards, and then this is the turning point. So if I just get this one quickly, we could probably do this for the high. Well, if we zoom in a bit, we can see it better. It's a very close print. Is it even a print? It kind of is a print. I mean, it depends on where the high is. If you look at candle bodies, which is because again, one of the ideas is candle bodies is what you look at mostly. Wicks is what do the damage. So if you're trying to look at the trend of a market, you look at the candles. So if we do the high from the candle, you can see this is a print through. So this is, okay, we've printed through this high now. We've now done a higher high. So this is now when we should be changing our sentiments. So, also, if we apply, again, like I was saying, this is the basis of a head and shoulders. We can apply it here. Obviously in this case we bounced off of resistance, but we did a higher high, and then obviously to be fair, down here we did a lower low, and then this is when we kind of started to struggle a bit. But I think this wasn't there something earlier on in the month? Wasn't it like a Trump thing?
Well, we had the tariff. The tariffs happened in the first week of April.
Yeah, exactly. So
and then MEW was one of those coins where, as the tariffs were dragging everything down, there was like 4 coins that were green on the day, and one of them was MEW.
Right.
And there was another coin. There was a coin that launched, and then MEW, and then 2 other coins, and they were the ones that were green and going up.
Right.
So had we not had the tariffs, MEW
wouldn't be in this situation.
Would be 30-40% higher than it is now.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I was looking at this, going, okay, we've done a lower low. Why have we done a lower low? Well, obviously, this was when everything had that. We had a massive high and low or a massive candle up and candle down, and this was because of these of this thing, and this was obviously coincide this kind of first week of April, from about 3rd of April to coming towards about the 8th of April. Obviously, a massive downwards movement from there, and then this is kind of what's broken us out of this trend. But we've still on the larger range done a higher low. So again, just deleting this. So we did this high here, which is obviously okay, cool. Now we're supposedly in a uptrend. This low, obviously, you could probably attribute this to like this being a lower low. But on this kind of general uptrend, apart from this being a little retracement, if you look at it on the general movement from the massive high to the massive trend, massive reversal, massive trend downwards, you can see this would then be the low, and this would be the higher low. So it's kind of this big trend which starts to move up, and we're still in this phase of moving back upwards. So I do think we could probably see movements back up above this, which obviously would coincide with us continuing into this range up towards here. So that's a bit of a longer reason why I'm a bit more confident on the fact that we're going up now instead of just kind of hovering and whatnot. So I do think we're going up now for MEW. And again, going back to this trend again. This is something which, if we see us go towards the area of 335 or 0035 or 0038, so going back to percentages, if we see a 23 to a 35% move upwards, I would be looking for us to start moving downwards. And if we do see that, which obviously then would coincide with us doing a higher high above this, we start to see a retracement. If we do see that for a higher low at around 003, so if I was to do percentages like you said, would be about a 13% move down. That's when I would look to try and enter a trade for us to go up and break above equilibrium and go towards about 0.05 cents, which from this whole movement would be about 56% up. So that's what I would pay attention to, in a personal opinion, on a longer term.
Right, hang on.
Yeah, that's...
What I've been doing while you've been doing this is I have been cleaning Binance Chat. So if you are in Binance Chat, you can actually start to have a conversation with us now because I've deleted about 20 people from chat. Now then, I've got my... Here we go. Let's keep the chart up. I'll ask you some questions. Do you want to keep the chart up?
Okay.
Now, do you want to bring me back in?
Yeah.
Say when.
You're back.
Yep. See that?
Magic.
I'm like, what's your face? I'm like Debbie McGee, and he's like Paul Daniels.
I really stretched my leg on.
So, I've got my bull run target for MEW.
Yeah.
Are you all right there? It's like a mini earthquake.
I need to move my leg
going off next to me.
Because it was like, not cramping, but I need to click it. Well,
so, this is my long-term goal. Right, I think that MEW can go to probably somewhere in the region of about $2 billion if we get the bull run that we had 4 years ago now, where we get the alt season that we may or may not get, but if we do, where will MEW go? And many people are going to tell you Doge is going to go to 100 billion, SHIB's going to go back to 50 billion. MEW is sitting at 200 million, is it not?
250-ish.
250. Now, I think it's going to go to roughly 2 billion if we get the alt season that we've been promised. That's the big thing. Now, on your chart, can you get to where MEW was at a cent? Is there a line on your chart? Because it probably was.
Ranges quickly. It's
definitely before January, but it might be last summer. We were half a cent for a while, and then we had a big pump up. Did we not go near a cent?
Obviously, we had this kind of wick here. I'm on KuCoin.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, not to affiliate with anyone because we're streaming on not there, but in terms of the exchange which the chart is based on.
Okay.
Because obviously data is different depending on where you are. It could this was the 1st of April. Is there any older charts?
Oh, right, okay.
If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. There's plenty, but we don't need to do that. We can't bring up... I'll tell you what, you don't need to do any of that. Keep that on the screen. Because using the power of a second laptop, I will be able... You know, this light is shining in my eyes, and then my keyboard is black. And it is like typing blind. I can't see.
Well, most exchanges were about the 1st of April.
I think.
So it would be... So when did you say, what date was it again?
Right. Here we go. I found it.
It was...
I found it.
Based on...
I found it.
Okay.
I can tell you. Right, 17th of November, last year, it was at 1.2 cents.
Yeah.
Now, that was the week before I had my eye operation. So that's about that time. So I would have been offline probably for the entire pump of MEW. Okay? And I would have told you to take profits at that price.
When did you start getting back into the charts again? And
January.
You missed it.
Yeah, I missed the entire thing.
January was 0.05 cent.
Yeah, exactly.
You missed the whole thing.
Right. I missed the entire move up and missed the entire move up. I missed the move up. Now, I think we're going to go 5 times higher than where we did in November. Now, personally, for a meme coin, I don't think I'm being overly optimistic. I'm not going to sit here like Ansem and tell you that Grotius Maximus is going to go to $1 trillion. I'm not going to sit here like Crypto Banter and tell you that Doge is going to go to $400 billion. I'm sitting here telling you that I think MEW will go somewhere near 2, 2.5, 1.8, $3 billion. That's it. That's the only target I am giving you. Now, if we do that, we're looking at 3, 4, 5 cents.
Yeah.
5,
Let's
6.
say what multiplication is that? So if we're at 250,
It's an 8x,
right?
maybe. An 8x minimum. Maybe a 10x from here. And again,
That's about 3 cents.
3 cents, yeah.
3.2.
I think I said my bullish scenario for MEW is 5 cents, right? Which is probably a lot higher than what we've got now. So probably a 20x from where we are now. But that would be 5 billion. But around that ballpark figure. Now, like I said, if we go back to where we were at 1.2 cents, the reason it bounced off that is, of course, we hit what? We hit $1 billion market cap.
Yeah.
That was the reason we bounced. We bounced off $1 billion market cap and we came down. People saw MEW, hit $1 billion market cap and went, you know what? I've held this from 100 million. I'm 10x up, I'm taking some profits. You can't blame people for that. Now, what I would suggest is if we go and have a massive run up on MEW, and let's say it gets listed on Binance, I would suggest we wait for the run up. Maybe it goes to 600 or 700 million and we sell. We sell the MEW and then we wait for the retracement. And then after the summer, we wait for the second leg up or the next leg up where it does get to 1 billion or a 1.5 billion. And then we reconsider it there. We see what time that happens at. So there's probably 2 profits in MEW left this year. One is a May, June pump. Now, if we don't get that, we don't get it. I can't guarantee anything, but I think we're going to get something soon. And then we will have the summer lull, the June, July, August, when nothing happens. I think we're still going to get somewhat of a summer lull. It doesn't matter what people say about the markets because the traders go on holiday. So the volume falls. Irrespective of anything else, the volumes will fall. People just basically go on holiday. And that's fine. But when they come back in September and October, we will see the volume come up. Now, maybe MEW pumps in a low volume environment. Maybe it does. And maybe we get a July all-time high and that's the end of it. But prepare for 2 and then maybe we get 1. And there aren't many meme coins that are going to rip. Popcat, MEW, Mog, maybe. The dog ones, you've obviously got Bonk. You're still going to have Pepe. You're still going to have Shib. You're still going to have Doge. They're all going to do well. Doge isn't going to do super well because it's a massive market cap. And then you might get a couple from the pack. You're only maybe going to get 10 meme coins really rip in this bull run, I think. And then you're going to get some AI coins and drip and stuff like that. So my target, personally, if MEW goes to 3 cents tomorrow, I will sell all of my MEW. And then that's me for this bull run. And then I'll wait for it to come crashing down again afterwards. What would you say?
Yeah, I agree. So I was trying to figure something out and make sure it was working.
Right, so what's next?
Quiz.
The quiz. How long do we have left?
To hit 8, we have 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, do you want to do the quiz with everybody entering the quiz? Or do you want to do the wheel of the crypto warehouse wheel of fortune? Or the crypto...
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think we should ask the audience. Obviously, I know we already had a vote, like a mini vote.
I think Mag said quiz. I think Kabir said quiz. Right, if you want the quiz, type quiz. If you want the wheel, type wheel. And then the one that gets to 5 first is the one we do. That's what I would say. That would be my guess. Right, let me check chat. Let me see what people are saying in chat. So, wheel or quiz? By the way, dogs. How are dogs doing? Dogs are at 43%. Dogs are making a comeback. We like that. Right. So far in chat, we have got Kabir quiz. Hidden Agendas quiz. That's 2. Mags has said haha, which I'm going to take as a quiz. That's 3 for quiz. Right. Nobody said wheel. You know what the thing is? I think there's only Kabir, Mags, Hidden Agenda, maybe Danny. I think there's only about 5 people here, so we're going to get 4 people win out of the 5. Should we just do the quiz? Mags has said quiz. Go for the quiz. Off we go.
Hold on.
What do we have to type? Join.
Hold on. Yes.
Right, I suppose we should explain this to the Binanceans, hadn't we? Right then. Hello, Binance. If you want to play the quiz, you need to go to YouTube, look for Crypto Warehouse, which looks like us. That's what we are, right? Look for Crypto Warehouse, and then do you want to put us on full screen because nobody can see me. I'm just like the borrower in the corner. Hello, everybody. Do you know what? I have not had a single drop of alcohol today so far. Good, not one. Right, you can't see, but that is us on YouTube. You need to go there. You need to find Crypto Warehouse. You look for this screen, and then you will be able to take part. We're going to start in a minute. You've got 1 minute to go from Binance to YouTube, type in Crypto Warehouse, click on live, and say hello in chat. You've got 1 minute. We've got a countdown anywhere.
No.
Why don't we have a countdown?
No.
What, it's, you know what?
Can't.
You know what it's like? I brought up a video the other day, right, of a cook, a chef, a baker, and he's there trying to mix his bowl of flour and eggs and raisins, and there's a cow with a chef's hat on. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
You are that cow with that chef's hat on. I can't believe you've got a timer. You could just add a timer.
Huh. No, actually, no, it's the other way around, you know. You're the cow, and I'm the chef. Actually.
I don't believe that. Tariq says absent. I think Tariq doesn't want to do the quiz. He doesn't want to do anything. You know what? I don't know how you can type. That gorilla before ripped both your arms off. I think he's typing with his nose.
He's using the voice.
Hey?
He's using voice. I'll do, so we're doing the quiz.
I can't believe, well, we know who's won. KB has entered the chat.
Uh-oh.
Evening, KB. You're in just in time for the quiz. Well, KB's here. We can ask KB. 100 men or one gorilla? Who walks out of a padded room? Now, just as a little bit of a backdrop, we've sacrificed Tariq to the gorilla so we can take Tariq's bones to use to impale the gorilla. That's where we are. That's the best we've got so far. Kabir had a plan to run away in the padded room, which is, I think, a very fine and noble plan, because by the time the gorilla catches Kabir, possibly he's too tired to eat him. That is one option. Tariq cannot decide. Right, should we just do the quiz?
Yeah.
Are you good for the quiz?
I think so. It should be fine.
Full disclaimer. Hello. My money's on the gorilla. My money's always on the gorilla.
Yeah.
My money's always going to be on the gorilla. Right, we do have somebody in chat from Binance.
You've zoomed in. You've flared your hand around. You've zoomed your face in.
What do I have to do to make it work now?
I have
to do that.
No, you don't. That makes auto. Just
there
sit
you go.
there.
It's moved. Why do I have a gigantic head?
Just sit there. As you always do.
There you go. I've reconnected with myself. Okay, so we're going to play the quiz. I'll explain the quiz while the Oracle fixes my camera. We are going to do an interactive quiz. To join, you have to type in chat a certain word, which we're going to talk about in a minute when the Oracle... Are you ready, by the way?
Yeah.
For people to type join?
Oh, I can say it. Ready?
Okay.
Are we all ready?
We're all ready. I'm going to start the quiz.
The quiz is ready.
Now, nobody in the world would be brave enough to attempt this, would they?
Oh, no, it's stupid. This is idiotic. Doing this way is idiotic, but, you know.
Right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it. There you go.
See.
Am I in? I'm going to do the quiz.
I might need to refresh the...
I am going to join the quiz. There you go. I'm in. Right, we've got Crypto Warehouse, Kabir, Mags, Hidden Agendas, Mary, Danny, Tariq, KB. Everyone's piling in. Is it working?
I'm checking now.
Now then, full disclaimer. It's a little bit ropey, okay? It doesn't work 100%, and it's not necessarily the fault of the Oracle. It's more of a lag between us and YouTube. However, we've tried it. Is this our fourth attempt?
Oh, it's excellent.
Fourth attempt. It's likely to work the most of the time. You know, like in the original Star Trek, when they used to use the transporter, and every once in a while, instead of the person going from A to B, the person would go from A and then end up being a big pile of bone and flesh. A little bit like Tariq with the gorilla. That's what sometimes happens. But We did it last time, and apart from the first question, it worked perfectly, didn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It worked absolutely perfectly. So we have, as far as I can see, six people. Hekaran, type join, Join, if you want to play. KB is in, Mags is in, I'm in. Hidden, Mary, Danny, Tariq, and KB. So I think we've got 7 people playing. Now, there's going to be 4 winners. Oh, no, there's 4 winners. So if you come first, first, second, or third, you get MEW. If you come fourth, you get a Monkey Muscle NFT, which I only just about managed to finish sending those to Mary on, I think it was Monday. Because one of those NFTs did not want to go. In fact, that's a very good point, isn't it?
What?
The Monkey Muscle NFT, they're gorillas, aren't they?
Yeah.
So technically what we should have said today was who would win 100 men or 1 Monkey Muscle? That would have been right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've got armor on. Right, are we ready?
No. Just make sure the game's working. I don't think it's working.
At all?
It's weird, man. What's going on?
What's the error?
Hold on.
5 minutes. In fact, I'm going to pour a nice glass of wine. And then, if it doesn't work, we're going to put the people that we've got who typed join, we're going to put them into the Crypto Warehouse Wheel of Fortune. Any idea?
I'm in for it now.
We're not missing any football. Well, Kabir, should we say, is not missing any football, which is good. So Kabir is happy. KB's just got in. So there's Mary, Danny, Mags, Tariq, and those. So yeah, we've got 7. Well, not 6 apart from me. Chat. What is happening here? That's all good. Right, we are all good. Whenever you are. Now, if it's not going to work and you have got a problem, we can simply do the wheel. You let us know.
Yeah.
Barcelona and Inter Milan. Ooh. See, I think if I go and check the live score, I think this is going to cost. Let me just make sure I'm not talking out of my.
I think I've got it working. I don't know what I think I've fixed it. I don't know what I've done to fix it though. Well, I know what I've done to fix it, but I don't know why that's made it fixed.
Well, before you start, I need to go and
it's
tell.
Working.
I'm going to go and tell. I need to tell Kabir something.
All right, let me restart it one more time to make sure it's.
Yes. So, Kabir, I think this semi-final is going to cost Inter Milan the title because Inter Milan fell off just after the quarter-final and Napoli were 3 points behind. Inter are now 3 points behind. And that 6-point swing for me is simply down to the fact that Inter Milan are focusing on the semi-final. And I think that is the worst decision ever. Right. Let us know when you are ready.
Okay, let me refresh this one more time. Boom, boom, boom.
And then do we all need to type join again?
Yeah, type join again. I think it's on join phase. This should all work now.
If this doesn't work, we will do.
There we go. Working. I don't know if what I've
Kishan
changed.
has arrived.
I don't know if what I've changed has detrimented the quiz, and in terms of broken it. But everyone's joining now, so.
Can you see them joining?
Oh yeah.
Well,
joining at a rapid pace.
Joining at a rapid pace. That's because they're all excited to win.
My chat is updating slower than the quiz is updating. That's how fast it is right now.
So you fixed it.
Yeah, everyone's joining now.
Right. I've entered this quiz by
But
the way.
we'll see if it breaks.
I've entered the quiz.
All right.
What happens if I win?
Well, have you zoomed in again?
No, I haven't.
Your head's really big.
My head is naturally this big.
He zoomed in again, hasn't he?
Do you know how hard it is to
Sit on your hands.
How can I play the quiz if I'm sitting on my hands?
No, sit on one hand at least. You've zoomed your face in again.
Kishan, enter the quiz. Type join. We can't start until Kishan types join.
No, nice.
Once Kishan's typed join, we're in. Are they going to appear on the screen? Are they appearing on the screen?
Well, people, yeah, look.
Look. I must be really far behind. What's that do?
It makes you go to live.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
I'm not so bright now.
Oh yeah, it works. Oh no, it doesn't. I've gone on to a different YouTube thing. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we are. Look, everybody's in
Jason
chat.
here. Hello.
Jason, you're the last person in the door. If you want to join, is everybody in now? No, one more, Jason.
Yeah,
right, Jason's in. Right, we've got 10 people in the quiz. That's incredible. Right, I'm entering this quiz, which means A, I hear the question first. B, I hear the answer first. C, I wrote the quiz first. Fire away. First question.
Okay. Now, again, it's a ropey quiz. We're doing it on the YouTube chat. I have done everything I possibly can, and there's always issues with it. So
go for it.
Let's go.
First question.
Let's make sure. Okay, there we go. This should be showing the question now. What animal is Mew? Cat, dog, frog.
Cat, dog. I know that. I know the answer. I know the answer.
Praise the computers.
There you go. I've entered. I'm a winning.
KB has still got ahead of you.
How did KB beat me when I'm in the room with you?
Okay. So far, so good. Let me scroll down the leaderboard.
That was so rapid. Did you see how fast people typed one then?
Everyone has come in. Their answers are unique, and the timing is different. So we're off to an absolute brilliant start of the quiz right now, guys. KB is first.
How did KB beat me?
I don't know what sort of KB.
How is that possible? I'm literally sitting next to you.
No, but to be fair, the question did appear on the screen before I read it out.
Well, read me the bloody question first.
I'm alt-tab. Do you know how many things I have to do to make this game work? And you are doing nothing.
I'm entering the quiz.
Ridiculous.
My sole job is
to run the entire quiz.
Okay, what's the next question?
Cats, there you go.
What's the next
question?
Watch
the stream. Be a part of it. I'm not telling you.
I want to hear it
out when I'm reading it out.
This is ridiculous.
What colour is Mew's face? White, black, or red? White, black, or red, guys?
I actually don't know. Oh, there it is. It's in the logo.
You've put the wrong answer. You know that.
What?
You put the wrong answer.
Oh, Jesus, no. I'm losing my own.
Guys, I don't want to promise anything. The game's working. KB is still first.
How
put the wrong answer,
how can I not?
You put black.
I'm not even in the top 5.
You put black. Look, let me scroll down. Where are you?
This is outrageous. It's my quiz. I wrote the bloody thing.
You're with you and Kishan. Yeah. It was wait, what? Yeah, white. Oh, I read the wrong thing. Oh my god, I thought I got the wrong answer. Oh my god, that worried me. Yes, it's white. Are we ready for the next one?
No, I'm not.
All right, get ready. He's in the room with me. Why is my camera slowly moving to the left? He's in the room with me. Oh, it's because I'm on that.
Go on, fire away.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
What network is Mew on? Sol, Ethereum, BTC.
I've entered. I've got that one right. Now, if KB got that question, did he get it?
You got it right. You got the question wrong. It's over. Yeah, I was watching you disappear. I just watched the Crypto Warehouse slowly disappear.
I'm third. I'm back on the leaderboard.
You're not third.
Oh, I was third.
Yeah.
Everybody's overtaken me.
Everyone has taken over.
Listen, who's? How is everybody beating me at my quiz?
I don't know what to say. You know, it's just.
This is outrageous. How is it? Number one, congratulations. It's working brilliantly.
It's beautifully working.
It's beautifully working.
I don't know what happened. Remember we did it.
Don't touch it.
No, I'm not going to change it. Remember what we did on Friday? Why did it break that one? I don't understand why it broke that one question. Anyway,
I don't know.
It's over for Crypto Warehouse. Crypto Warehouse is completely just famoosed it.
Come on, next question. I'm disgusted.
There you go. It was Sol. Congratulations, everyone. Next question. What is the MEW market cap? We
What-
may not have.
What's the options?
100 mil, 250 mil, 900 mil.
I've got that one right. I've got that one right. I've got that one right.
But it's not going to matter.
Yeah, but people are going to get this question wrong. Watch Crypto Warehouse sneak up the leaderboard. Now, this is like Man United. We're going to end up in Europe.
Maybe you better not be waiting on purpose.
I'm fifth. I wasn't. I was
KB,
fifth.
you better not be waiting on purpose.
KB's just absolutely trashed me.
KB, you better not be waiting. He's waiting on purpose. He's buggered.
Do you know what, KB? KB, you know what you're going to do, right? From now on, every time KB puts the wrong answer in, you're going to give him a point. Because you're cheating.
But hey, I'm not allowing that. Everyone's going to wait here. I'm going to show answer. Everyone's going to wait here until I update the database with a +1 on it.
He's put 8.
He's put 8. He's cheating.
He's
All
cheating.
right, there you go. Show answer. All right, everyone wait. Okay. We're not having this.
He's cheating. You're cheating. Yeah. You've got to play it fairly. It's like DEI, KB, right? It's like DEI. You can't give me the job because I've got Irish parentage, okay? That's not how DEI works. It's the best people should get the prizes. And if you happen to be the best person, or Kabir is the best person, they should get the prizes. Hidden Agendas is first.
Yeah. The way I've got the database, it's a lot of work to actually add a point, so you know what, I'm going to leave him.
Okay.
You know what, he's got off. I'll let him off of it.
Right, next one.
It was 250.
Next one.
Next question.
Remember to give me the
New
options.
circulating supply, 89 mil, 890 mil, 89 billion. There you go.
I've done it. I've done it.
You've
I've
done
done
it
it
fast.
right.
I see you 4, but guess what? You got 4 instead of 5. So I'm going to watch you slowly fall down, trickle down, slowly. Slowly through the leaderboard.
I'm second. I'm third.
fourth.
I'm third. I'm fourth.
You're 5th.
Oh, I'm falling away.
And you've disappeared now.
Oh, I was doing so
It's
well.
working, guys. I'd never thought I'd see the day
Lord.
the quiz would work.
Right, you know what's going to happen now?
What?
Now you've got it working, we're going to sell it to Crypto Banter.
All right, it's close. It's close runnings right now. It's doing well. Hidden Gem is currently first, 57.74 seconds. Jason,
What's
also-
happened to Kabir?
I don't know. Let me
Did
scroll
Kabir
down.
not get one right? Oh, I think
No.
Kabir got the wrong circulating supply.
Yeah, 66.
Oh, he was winning.
Yeah, he's doing well. A good time. A good time. You know what? If you got that question right, you'll be third right now.
Yeah. Right, what's the
But
next
yeah,
one?
doing well. But you know, the problem is, we said this though. To be fair, we said this a bit ago. We need to make the quiz hard
Yeah.
because if we make it, you know, like with questions which are quite general,
Yeah.
if you don't get the question right, then you know you just can't do anything. You can't recover.
No.
So it does make it hard. Anyway, I'm talking a lot.
Right.
How many questions? How many questions do we have?
10, maybe.
We did not have 10.
How many have we got?
I'll go check now.
Are we near the end?
We have 6. 5 for 5 in terms of it working. All right, anyway, show answer. There you go. 89 billion. This is the last question, and it's been working
Last
so well.
question.
MEW's all-time high. 1 cent, 10 cent, 50 cent. What is it?
I've got that right. I've got that quite right for a fact. Oh, everyone's flying in. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like a pylon. You know when there's a fight in the middle of a park and you just see bodies flying in from every angle? It's like one of them. Right, I think the answer is 1 cent, and I wrote the questions. I can't believe I'm not even on the leaderboard.
You're currently 5th at Crypto Warehouse. But yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I've come 5th in my own quiz. By the way, I wasn't trying to win, but I am going to enter my own competitions from now on. Now, the good news is...
The question's gone dud.
What?
Everyone's answered it, and apparently it's all wrong. Even though everyone's put 1, that's the right answer. Even though I'm looking at the database and it's saying 1 cent is the right answer.
Listen, it worked till the end.
It worked till the very last, I don't know,
Right.
it's a Famoose question, you know, it's Famoose.
So, do you want to do the final? Who finished where in the competition?
Yeah, okay, well, you pretty much, I think you all put 1 cent. The question bugged, and it didn't add numbers. Let me go check. User answers. Let me go check. That's so weird. Answer with 1 cent is correct, false.
Oh,
Odd.
weird.
Really, really odd. But
Right.
it didn't change the runnings because everyone put. I'm pretty sure.
Everybody put 1.
Everyone
yeah,
put
they did.
1.
I can see them here. Yeah.
But yeah. So and the gaps in terms of the seconds are very big.
So, new all-time high was a cent. My bull run target is what, 3 to 5 cents? I don't think that's too bad. Right, so this is the final standings. Now, Mary, I'm going to give you an option.
Did you say it was 4 winners? That's 3.
4 winners. But the 4th person gets a Monkey Muscle NFT. Now, Mary is 4th. Yes? But Mary already has 2 Monkey Muscle NFTs.
Yeah.
So, this is what's going to happen, and it's entirely up to Mary. Hidden, you have won. Congratulations. Find me on Telegram, because you're not in any of our Telegram groups. If you don't find me, email me. Message me. X, message me, or email. Get me on Telegram. Now, Jason and Danny, message me on Telegram.
It's 1 cent.
Yeah, it's 1 cent. Now, Mary, you've got a choice. You can either have another Monkey Muscle NFT, which is worth maybe $7 or $8, or you can have some MEW to the value of that Monkey Muscle NFT. So you can either type in MEW or Monkey in chat, and I will send you that. Or you can do it off stream and do it on Telegram, and you can just send me a message saying whether you want a Monkey Muscle NFT or you want the MEW. But that is the closest to perfection
you know
this
what?
quiz has ever got.
I miffed at the last part. I'm looking at this. All your answers are correct, but it's correct as false. So maybe there's something in there is something in the formatting of the question, which means everyone got it wrong because of the way it's being compared. Again, it doesn't matter.
Right, so we're going to give Mary another Monkey Muscle NFT. You're right, Kabir. She's already got 2, but now she's got a 3rd one. So, congratulations to Hidden, Jason, Danny, and Mary for winning. Commiserations to me for coming 5th in my own
Just
quiz.
scroll down a bit. Let's see.
I don't know which one did I don't even know which one I got wrong. The colour of the face.
Huh?
The colour of the MEW face I got wrong.
6 was a dud, and then you got the face wrong. KB put 8 for one of them, and then But again, like because again 5 was the top because it wasn't 6 because that one was a dud. So getting 4, you were literally all pretty much right, and getting it all right. Like again, even if you got like a few, or like 2, like whatever wrong, like it's still, it's still like really close to being fine. It's just the fact that the quiz was pretty like what's the word, like general. It wasn't like a difficult.
What we're going to do
thing
is we are going to do a really, really hard quiz. Now, next Wednesday, we don't have one of these. We've done 3 Wednesdays on the bounce.
Oof.
I don't know what we did. I don't even know what order we've done them in. Oh yeah, did we do did we do thingy last week? Did we do Maple Finance last week?
I think
where we interviewed
Nikolai. Yeah, it was really good stream.
So it was Nikolai last week. The week before was the Wolf Swap Chronos Chain night, and this is the MEW night. So next Wednesday, no Wednesday night stream unless we get an interview. What we'd like to do is do some interviews.
Yes.
On different things, maybe trading, maybe projects, whatever. We might want to get some people on to interview them.
And also, actually, well, to throw it back to the community, obviously, we had the KV stream, just really good, really enjoyable. Obviously, do some more in the future. But if any of you, anyone else, wants to come on and talk, it doesn't have to be, I know this really well, and I can talk about it.
That's a really good point. If anyone wants to come on a Wednesday night show, and you don't have to come on camera, you can just do voice. We do it through Google or Zoom, probably through Google Meet. If you just want to come on and have a chat about crypto, we're more than happy to do it. The OGs, we have, I think we've settled on Fridays at 12:30. That seems to be the poll quote. So Fridays, or a Friday at 12:30, we will do the Discord town hall. That's one thing. Right, are we done? Any other questions in chat? There is something I'm getting.
Check the time. What happens when you answer incorrectly? What time do you get? So basically, the way it works is it adds on the time, but it doesn't add on to the score.
Right, I'm with you.
You know what? I don't know. That would make sense. Yeah, because basically, if you like, because the way it works is like, if you have like, let's say 10 questions, everyone answers 5, you get one wrong for the 6th one, and then like everyone gets the other ones wrong, and then you get them all right. It wouldn't be fair if you didn't get time added to you, because then you'd just be really ahead. So it has to equate to how long it would go to. But I wouldn't want to do time-based because the YouTube chat is very slow. And again, it's not like this is our own, project, and it's our own system. It's YouTube system which we're piggybacking off. So the timing is really rough. So I wouldn't want to do it based on time. It's really hard to get a non-biased ranking on the scoreboard without there being a time element. Because we could do, and again, for the harder quizzes, we could make it so that it's score-based. But then it's like, okay, let's say everyone gets 10 out of 10. How do we rank, how do we rank names? Do we do it based off, I don't know, the first letter of their name? It's not fair. So we have to have some element of variety other than the question answer to get that ranking system. So if you get it wrong, you do get time added to you. But obviously with Crypto Warehouse, he was in the room with me. So you guys are seeing this, let's say a few seconds behind, and then he's hearing it immediately, and he's immediately typing it.
And not winning.
And not winning, yeah. But also, if you put an answer, so for example, in KB's case, I think if we scroll down quickly, in KB's case, obviously 50, if you put 8 and it's not one of the answers, it doesn't get added because it's not one of the answers. So that's also the way it works as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter, It worked. Again, I'm going to have a little nosy. But what's good is the reason why the last question didn't work wasn't because of timing. It was because of something. I think it's some format. Of the question. But it worked. First time it timing-wise worked. Yep. So
right now,
I'm happy.
Are you back on Friday? We're not doing Friday, are we? Because it is Monday.
You do Friday again. If you're doing Friday, that's Friday.
Ooh. I need a break. I'm old.
I need to do a training stream because I keep on doing these Friday ones.
You do Friday trading.
I do my Friday charts.
And I'll do Friday morning.
I've missed doing my chart. I've really missed it, and it's been a long time. I do Monday, Friday normally.
Don't say a word. But the Oracle is going to do some live trading on YouTube. We're going to do. The Oracle's going to do some live trading on a platform coming soon. That's it. Yep. That is the mic drop. The Oracle has been approached.
More information soon. You know what? We could probably just send it in Telegram.
We could. He's been approached to do some live streaming of his TA.
And it's more interactive. Yeah. Again, we're going to try to send the information in Telegram to tell you guys actually what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I've really missed the stream. I haven't done a training stream in a while or a chart stream in a while. I've missed it. And I've been keeping up on the charts, so I do have quite a lot to talk about. So I'll try to do on Friday. Yeah. I've missed talking to you guys. And the interaction, and KB, I've missed talking to you about the charts on the YouTube chat. But anyway, let me put it back to this one. Goodbye, all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Shout out to each and every one of you for being here.
Yeah. So I will stream Friday morning. The Oracle will stream Friday evening. Yep. And then we will try and arrange. Like I said, if anybody wants to come on and talk to us, we are not going to bite you. If you want to come on and talk about a topic of anything, we will do it whenever you want. It's not a problem. Otherwise, we're going to get some other people.
It'd be great. I mean, again, like you just said, you don't have to be a professional in some random field of crypto. It literally is like, if you just want to come on to have a talk or just enjoy being part of a stream or anything like that. I mean, obviously, there could be another stream where it doesn't necessarily have to be about a big topic, where we do like a Discord call with a lot of people in. Instead of just being one person. Again, obviously, it's logistics of doing it all. Yeah. But if there is something we can find there being content out of where we can do a call which would be enjoyable to watch and experience on a stream, and you guys want to come on and do it, then absolutely. I think it'd be great because I think one of the most important parts of doing this stream is interacting and being part of a system where we can real-time communicate with each other. So absolutely. If you guys were obviously willing to, want to come on to talk or whatever, it would be greatly appreciated, and I think it'd be amazing.
Now, last thing is, most important thing, scores for tonight. KB, Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 0. Not KB, Kabir, sorry. It's called KK, KB.
K,
K. I think Barcelona are going to roll into Milanova and absolutely stuff them tonight. And
Kish, I love you, legends from Blockchain School. From
thank
India.
you, everybody.
Kids learn from you, feel trapped.
KB, everybody,
And
lovely. Right, we're going.
shout out to you, Kish. Yes, thank you all. See you
Bye-bye.
Instagram. I'm going to send the thing in Instagram in a minute as well, so you guys know. Appreciate you all. I'll be back Friday. He'll be back on Friday. Goodbye.